Lagos state government begins demolition of Alaba International Market buildings. Can you imagine? This hatred for Igbos is just by so many Yorubas is just getting out of hand. Lagos State is spearheading this, and Tinubu is behind all of this, and is the person pushing them to make sure they push the Igbos. And that is why Tinubu said he will continue from where Buhari stopped. Like I said in previous videos, exactly where Buhari stopped is annihilating the Igbos. He did that using the military and using the Fulani herdsmen in his time to attack the Igbos and turn all the military men that should have gone to northeast, to Meduguri, to go and fight Boko Haram, were all deployed to Igbo land. All the military that should have gone to Niger State to go and remove the Fulani herdsmen and the Boko Haram people, the jihadists that were already collecting tax, okay, were all sent to Igbo land to go and kill the Igbos, leaving Niger State and leaving the Fulanis to possess Niger State. The same terrorists went to Govt Brigade in Abuja. That is the brigade that is responsible for security of Aso Rock. And then they operated there and nothing happened. But they sent all soldiers straight to Igbo land to go and kill them. So exactly where Buhari stopped is where Tinubu is continuing, which is hatred for Igbos and plans to annihilate the Igbos in Nigeria. But it's not going to work. Secondly, what Lagos State government is doing is going to be very, very inimical to Lagos, because demolishing Alaba International Market means demolishing the economy of Lagos. And I tell you, what is going to happen is that Igbos will relocate their businesses out of Lagos, and let's see how Lagos will survive. What Sanwo-Olu has started, I don't know how he's going to finish it, because somebody need to call him to order, because he might just suffer the Igbos temporarily. These guys are very industrial, they're very hardworking, they will relocate and they will bounce back. Okay, but the fact remains that you have started demolishing the Lagos economy, the Lagos commercial center. This Alaba International Market is one of the biggest, in fact, it's about the biggest market in Lagos, where importers and exporters dwell, and that is where you are going to demolish. So go ahead and demolish, and then the Igbos will leave Lagos for you. Okay, after demolishing Alaba International Market, go to Dumota and demolish. Go to what do they call it? Go to Computer Village and demolish. That is it. So that at the end of the day, you leave only Agberu to run in Lagos with their buses, and then be paying you revenues from motor parks. That will be the revenue that will be left, because most reasonable people will leave Lagos. Go and ask Warri and Sapele and really what happened when the violence was too much. How people left. Even now, Port Harcourt is getting to that level that people are leaving. So start it in Lagos, and you see people will leave Lagos. People will remove their investment in Lagos. People will sell their properties and move out of Lagos, and then let you stay in Lagos, and let's see what will happen in Lagos. That is it. And now that I've started this hatred in Lagos, let them also watch and see what will happen to Yorubas in other states in the country. Because what Lagos State government has started will definitely backfire, and it will affect Yorubas that are in other states. So the earlier they call Lagos State government to order, the better. And the earlier they call Tinubu to order, the better. Because what they have started, they don't know where they're going and how it will affect them across the country. That is the truth. Because if there's a point it will get to, anywhere, any state you see Yoruba man, you make sure you pursue him out of your state. That is what it will lead to. This hatred is just getting too much, and it's going to be catastrophic in a very short while. The Lagos State government on Friday began the process toward removal of distressed buildings in the Alaba International Market in Ojo local government area of Lagos State. The news agency of Nigeria now reports that the enforcement team of the Lagos State Building Control Agency, LASBCA, and the Lagos State Task Force embarked on the joint exercise. The team, which went around to reseal several buildings that had been marked with previous multiple quit seal notices by the same Lagos State Task Force, said the measure was to prevent disaster. Now, others are just hidden agenda. They advised occupants on the need to move out of the structurally defective buildings, which they said had become too dangerous for habitation. Now, lie. I don't believe this. All these ones are political stories to back up what they're doing. Why Alaba International Market? Because I know that Peter Obi came to Alaba International Market several times during his campaign in Lagos, and he was shut down, and that is where they have the highest population of Igbos in Lagos that are trading. Okay, and they sealed that place because of the kind of turnout that people got for them for the support of Peter Obi. You understand? So what is what he's saying is fake. Is it today? Are the buildings there, are they worse than the buildings in Mushi? Are they worse than the buildings in what do they call it? Eh? In some part of all those ancient part of Lagos. Even in Idumota, there are bad buildings that they have not checked. And they are there. What have you done about them? Idumota has no toilet. The environment in Idumota and Balogun market is so bad that nobody can even stay there. What have you checked there? Eh? What have you checked there? So we have places, ancient Lagos, where bad buildings are. You have not gone to check those places. You are going to Alaba International Market, telling us that you are looking out for structurally defected buildings. It's a story. A news agency of Nigerian correspondent on the delegation observed that some of the buildings undergoing reconstruction were tilted. Conducting journalists round, the enforcement director pointed out some story buildings that were already sinking but being extended with additional floors. Now, the front row of shops of one of the sinking plazas was beautifully adorned with tiles and other materials, while the back was tilted on marshy land. Some of the traders who spoke with journalists alleged that they had made some payments towards obtaining building approvals before embarking on renovations. Responding to the situation, the General Manager, Lagos State Building Control Agency, Mr. Gbolahan Oki, told journalists that the government was going to demolish it to save lives. The story. Oki said he usually panicked every time it rained because of the likelihood of any such building collapsing to cause mayhem. He said the government valued the lives of residents, which were more precious than the cost of any property. According to him, the government was taking a proactive step and will demolish about 17 of the buildings which were not part of the 349 widely publicized for demolition. Oki said the occupants had been served a series of notices since 2016 to carry out some necessary actions, but they had been adamant and resorted to harassment of enforcement officials. He added that the agency had to seek the help of the Lagos State Task Force because the occupants constantly used thugs to assault them whenever they embark on enforcement. The general manager said he had suddenly developed a phobia for rain because of the constant fear of defective buildings collapsing, hence the proactive step to save lives. All those buildings are going to go down between now and Monday. Okay, they have been giving them enough. They have given them enough notice. Everybody that lives in Lagos State, their lives are worth more than the cost of any building or the cost anybody is going to make on it. This is because when a building is going to come down, it is not going to give you a notice that I'm going down, he said. Oki, however, said all the identified buildings were beyond redemption, while listing attributes of distressed buildings to include those already tilting at very bad angles, as well as those with different kinds of cracks. He stated that the government had made the process of obtaining building approvals easy by establishing Alaba district offices across all divisions. He advised Lagos residents with valid land documents and buildings plan approval to visit or write Alaba offices for authorization to commence construction. Oki said this would ensure effective monitoring and supervision. So let's see the comments that people are having here. There are a few comments here. Somebody say, "We never see anything. idiot people. Shebi una dey shout say Lagos na no man's land. Sanwo-Olu and Obasa go show na shege bunch of criminals. Can you imagine? That is what he's saying here. That is to tell you that what is happening is politically motivated. They are just looking for excuse to do what they are doing. They're just looking for excuse to do what they are doing. That is the truth. Somebody say, shame no allow you, shame no allow you go, abi. Now book no enter. What be this? What be this? Okay. Igbos are your target. No wahala. We are the spear grass of success. We shall bounce back. That is the good. That is it. 100% sure. Somebody say you never say anything. No wahala now. Since you are targeting the Igbos, the only offense Igbos committed is because they contested for presidency and thereafter challenging the INEC anointed winner. That is why they were subjected to several attacks in Lagos and so many other states. Politics of hatred is the bone of the contention. That is it. Please get it right. If you are staying in a dilapidated building, know it that you are exposing your life and other people's lives to danger. Okay? And it is the right of the state government to wade in. The question is, have they not seen it before now? Have they not been collecting revenue from those buildings before now? And they are still collecting revenue from them. And after they say the Lagos State has the highest IGR, and these people are paying, Igbos are going there to collect revenue. So what are we saying? The truth of the matter is that the Igbos are the target. They are just trying to find a diplomatic way of putting it to show that they are working. Igbos are the target. If you go to Ebutemeta in Lagos, you will see old buildings that are even sinking. Some don't have windows, people are inside, and nothing has happened. Why the Alaba International Market, the commercial hub, international commercial hub in Lagos, is where you are going to go and demolish. It's okay. God will help the Igbos in this country. Thank you.